Well, if you're interested in watching art come to life, you'll have your chance at the Cork Art District's annual Open Studios weekend. It's just a few days away, and here to share details about the Open Studios event and what visitors can see and learn is Crystal Floyd, an artist and studio director of the Cork Arts District. Hey, Crystal,
Hi, Ann.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks so much for coming in. I want to hear you describe the Fall Open Studios event. I mean, this is something that Cork does every year, but it's a really neat vantage point. So, for people who haven't been, first of all, just describe a little bit of what the district is, what it looks like, and what purpose it serves.
Sure. CoRK began back in 2011 when a small group of artists got studios in a warehouse that was being repurposed into studio space. And there was about 8 of us starting out. It's now grown into over 65 people. And it's hard for us to be open on a daily basis or even, very frequently because of so many people working and having their own separate artistic careers. So this is a good time to come because everyone's there, has their studios open. We open our sanctuary space so people can come in and see where the work happens, and we hang a new show of work from all of the artists to see what everybody's been up to. The Yellow House participates, and some of our neighbors are also involved. Cool Stuff Vintage across the street will be open. Rick Weller Studios and Brett Waller has an installation that will be open during the weekend.
And we should say Cork stands for the location of
It
the
does. It's
building,
corner of Roselle and King.
in
A
case
lot of
you
people
can't
don't
remember.
realize that. Yes.
Right. And so it isn't a neighborhood that has, changed. It's in partly been defined by Cork and this sort of new artistic presence that, I mean, no longer new, but at the time.
Oh, absolutely. And I have to get give a lot of credit to Bold City Brewery and the breweries in the area that kind of brought people into that little corner. I'm from Jacksonville. I went to Lee High School, which is now Riverside High. And when I was in school, there wasn't very much going on around there or around Stockton Street. So it's nice to see activity and growth in the area.
And so it's a really cool space for people who haven't been there. A lot of really well-known artists in Jacksonville work out of there, including Al Letson, and Overstreet Ducasse and Tim Gilmore, yourself.
Yes.
Um, so are all of the artists going to be there? Or do they all participate? Do they?
Usually they do. There's a few people who are out of town, but for the most part, we have a pretty good level of participation this year. So I would say at least 80 to 90% of the artists will be there. We have Jay Maestro, Willie Evans, and I believe Al may or may not be involved, but there was an artist who unfortunately passed away earlier this year, Mo Ricks. So we'll have one room kind of dedicated as a tribute to him with some performances going on and some video being played so people can stop by there and pay their respects to Mo. And we have some other artists who have things planned in their individual studios, demonstrations. Some of the artists just like to be working in their studios that day and people can come in and see the process. I think that's the really cool part about it is to see where the work happens and have the opportunity to speak to the artists about what their inspirations are. A lot of the time, you know, people are drawn to things they may not have expected and discover new things. Some people who have never been to the area come to visit and are, just so excited to come back and end up being supporters and friends, throughout the years.
I would imagine it's a little revealing, though, to open up your studio to be working in front of people that you don't know,
Some
or
of us are more comfortable than others, that's for sure. It's really nice because even at Cork, a lot of us have different schedules. I'm a night owl. We have a morning shift and a day shift and a night shift that's pretty delineated, but even we don't get to always see what we're all working on. So it's a nice time for us to even walk around and see what everybody's been up to.
so just give us the deets on this. I mean, if somebody wants to participate, how can they? When can they?
So it's this weekend from 12 to 6, both on Saturday and Sunday. No tickets necessary. It's a free event. You just show up and park. Parking is first come, first serve, but there's parking at the Yellow House and Bold City Brewery. The breweries in the area are open and participate as well. So it's just kind of a fun, big neighborhood event. Um, And yeah, that's pretty much the details of when and where.
And we should say, in addition to working out of CoRK, you've got a new exhibit yourself at the Lightner Museum.
Yes, I do. It's my first solo exhibit, and it's running through January 27th, and people can drop in. It's actually in the gallery adjacent to their cafe, so it's the entrance on Cordova Street down there.
Excellent.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, congratulations. It's a great
I
place, great
appreciate
space
it.
to be showing. Crystal Floyd, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much.